Hi, this is Jay from JWINK Reviews again. Today I'm reviewing the Seagate 8 terabyte expansion external hard drive. Now included with this particular drive is of course the drive in the case, a USB 3.0 cable, a power cable because this drive actually needs a power cable, and a quick start guide. This is one of the few times I'm actually not going to complain about the length of cables included with devices, as this particular Seagate includes a nice long cable. As you can see, I've got it connected to my PlayStation, and a nice long power cord as well. The power cord is about 65 inches in length, and the USB 3.0 cable is about 45 inches in length. So a pretty good size set of cables included here. Now, I personally got this drive, as you can see over here, I've got it connected to my PlayStation 4 as an expansion drive or an extended drive for my PlayStation 4. Now, I've previously been using a 1 terabyte Seagate expansion drive, which I have right here, that's worked very reliably for the last 3 years. And because of a recent buying splurge of games I've gotten recently, I ran out of space on that, so I got this particular Seagate here, which has 8 times the storage of this 1 terabyte. You know, I've had 2 of the Seagate drives, 1 terabyte drives. They've been very reliable, and I've had no issue. One being, of course, being used with my PlayStation, and one being used as a security camera video storage, which gets probably a heavier workout. So, and they both held up with no issues. So, and the one thing I really liked about them is, in addition to their small size, was their portability. Now, this particular drive isn't quite as portable. It's about 7 inches by 5 inches and about 2 inches thick, so it's not quite as portable as those smaller drives. But, I mean, it isn't so large that it can't be carried, or so heavy that it can't be carried along. It does have a little bit of heft to it, but it's fairly decent size, considering it's an 8 terabyte drive. So that form factor hasn't squeezed far down enough to be a really small size drive. But in my case, since I'm using it as an expansion drive for a PlayStation 4, it's less of an issue for me. Now, like all expansion drives, for the PlayStation 4, it has to be formatted by the PlayStation 4, which I've already done. But that's pretty quick and painless to do. And then the biggest pain is, and it's not the fault of the drive itself actually, but more the PlayStation 4, is the transferring of whatever files that you want to transfer from either your main drive in the PlayStation, or in my case where I have a lot of stuff already on an expansion drive, transferring that over, which is cumbersome at best because you can't do it from expansion drive to expansion drive. In this case, I have to go and move it all to the main drive, then back to the new expansion drive. So that's kind of a pain, but not the fault of the drive itself. As you can see there, I'm transferring some stuff now. It's showing about 48 minutes. But it's fairly speedy. The drive itself is USB 3, so the file transfer is pretty speedy comparatively speaking, considering the amount of stuff I'm transferring over. Now, for me, I've used a variety of brand name drives, the Western Digital, Toshiba, and Seagate. I've not had any issues with really any of those brands. They've all been fairly reliable for the most part. I've never had a Seagate fail of all the ones I've owned, and I've never had a Western Digital fail. I've only had one Toshiba fail over the years I've been using drives. Now, with this drive costing about $18 per gigabyte, I got it around 147 bucks. It's fairly reasonably priced in terms of cost per terabyte, and of course those prices keep going down. Although I'm not using it for that purpose, being a 3.0 drive, I would imagine it'd be pretty speedy on a Windows-based computer. Now, as you can see on the side here, this does have a power light, hard drive light on the side. I'm personally not a fan of those in the back, just for the fact that I like to be able to see it accessing in case there's an issue or something. but it does make it, less distracting, especially if you got it by the PlayStation for game playing or whatever. So not a huge issue for me in this case, since considering that's what I'm using it for. As you can see, the USB is in the back here along with the power supply port. And there's really, other than its little quirky squarish design on the top, that's about all there is to this drive. Not particularly flashy or anything like that. So, but a nice looking drive otherwise. Now, oddly, the thing with this is, unlike the 1 terabyte Seagate expansions I have that had 3 years of warranties, this particular 8 terabyte only has a 1-year warranty, which is, I'm not sure if that's the way the industry's going with shorter and shorter warranties, but I hope it doesn't indicate this drive's reliability. So far, it's been fine. And I'll update, my review if I have any issues with durability. But overall, I like this drive. It's a great expansion drive. It works flawlessly with the PlayStation 4. Transferring files, it plays games with no slowdown or stutter, which is important. The only thing that really bothers me, of course, is the shortened warranty and this drive light. I give it 4 out of 5 stars.